60,000 people are coming. We made the deliberate decision that we're not planning for a time frame with Abbotsforward. We're planning for an outcome. We're planning for a population. Not just how it'll look, but how it will work as a city of 200,000 people.
We keep believing that simply adding just one more traffic lane will surely finally solve this congestion problem.
It's the idea that the only way in or out is by the car. And the mythology that this is, car ownership, and the reality, that's what sprawl does.
Make sure that the needs of daily life are within walking distance. And more importantly, that walk is delightful, that it is seductive. This happens to be your community. This could be pretty much any community of your vintage in North America. There are thousands of South Fraser Ways all over the place in communities of your scale. And all communities like yours are struggling to figure out what on earth to do with places like this. There are sidewalks, you're meeting the landscape requirements, and look, there's an actual pedestrian. So you've succeeded.
Tonight has been fantastic. This is the first time we've had what was intended to be a big, interesting, inspirational conversation about what might be possible, and hear what people thought about that. The city seems psychologically ready to have a conversation about a different kind of city at 200,000 than you've been so far at 140,000.
This is a perfect opportunity to shape your city, and that's what it's all about.
Every time I come to one of these Abbotsforward meetings, I'm excited when I leave and say, wow, we can do so much more.
Most of you will be thinking what I call the 8 most unhelpful, unproductive words in the English language. We could never do that in our city. But my message to cities around the world, both across Canada and globally, is that you can actually do anything you set your mind to in the city. The key issue is making the decision and following through.
Here in Abbotsford, you're on the edge of a major metropolitan region. You're also surrounded by some of the best farmland and most beautiful scenery anywhere in the world. It's an extraordinary geography. So there's a question about how Abbotsford can retool itself to remain economically relevant and to be a place where young families are going to want to settle and to invest. Your city is just of the right dimensions to be able to make cycling a really practical mode of transportation for most trips if you design your city in order to accommodate it.
Remember, this is Abbotsforward, not Abbott's present or Abbott's past. This is about a different kind of city and a better kind of city, and a city that you're choosing to become.
So what we are trying to achieve isn't going to happen overnight, or even a year or two. Every great journey begins with a single step, and Abbotsforward, in my view, is a first step towards a preferred future.
People can be talking about this plan 20, 40, 100 years from now, saying that was the moment when the city changed its mind and went in a new direction, and the city is better for it.